There are high levels of food wastage amid a time of growing agricultural pressures. However, with the threat of global warming an ever-increasing issue, the government and agriculture industry are being forced to think about the way farming must be done for the future. CGTN's Travers Andrews has this report.
South Africa may have one of the most productive agricultural industries on the African continent, but a lot of good food continues to go to waste. According to research statistics, around 10 million tons of food go to waste every year, 70% of which are fruits, vegetables and cereals. That is, even though many impoverished communities still go to bed hungry at night. But the government believes arresting the situation requires a more cohesive approach.
What we're trying to do is increase awareness and advocacy around food production in South Africa, and when to harvest, how to produce, how to package your produce properly so that you can get it to the market in the correct format and in the correct way. And then also there's multilateral partnerships with other government departments like the Department of Transport to ensure that the roads are sufficient for the trucks to be able to get to market on time.
South Africa, though, does produce around 31 million tons of food every year, some of which is exported to the rest of Africa. Farmers have used mechanization to improve their efficiency as well. But smart farming is an ever-evolving issue that requires a meeting point for technology, science and knowledge. There are other more practical ways as well to improve the ability to produce more food.
The department's looking at the removal of invasive alien plants to increase food security, because by removing invasive alien plants we are able to increase the amount of land available for food production and thereby also increasing agricultural potential of land.
Which in doing so will increase the amount of water resources to be able to farm better, smarter and more efficient, which proved to be critical for Western Cape farmers during the worst drought in over 100 years. The farming sector in the Western Cape plays a critical role in the total agricultural output of the entire country, so a lot of focus on increasing productivity starts here, and rethinking the way land is used is one start.
A lot of people are using a term now called regenerative agriculture. So how do we start to implement agricultural practices that actually feed people and the land at the same time? Can we learn from the knowledge from centuries, from millennia of people living here in Africa, for example, in China? We lived on the land, and we lived on the land for many thousands of years in a more sustainable manner.
Overall, though, South Africa still remains one of Africa's leading food producers, with an agricultural sector adapting to the changing times using smart farming techniques. And increased awareness about food wastage is an issue that is becoming more and more prevalent in communities across the country. Travers Andrews, CGTN, Cape Town.